boys and girls, friends and family. It's episode 46 of Revisiting Sunnydale. I'm Camila.
I'm Marcella.
And you know the routine by now. We're going to Sunnydale. Well, not literally, but we are rewatching all of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, one episode at a time. Mm-hmm. And we're coming back to talk about it each episode to you.
Yeah.
No matter how much we hate the episode.
Yes.
But today is not that case.
No.
Today is a very good episode. As a matter of fact, we're on the upswing.
Yeah, we're on the upswing.
We've got so many good episodes coming this way.
And this crop is like, they're in my top 20 if I had a top 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, these are all the ones that I would just that I would instantly go to rewatch anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we don't have anything to unbox today.
No, but I'm just learning about a new Loot Crate keeps branching out. Not that we're not getting back together. But now, have you heard they have a Loot Tees now?
What is that?
So it is, Loot Tees is part of our Loot Wear subscription collection from Loot Crate.
Oh, like t-shirts. I thought you meant T-E-A-S-E.
Yeah. So Loot Tees sends one t-shirt that's centered around a specific fandom for $8.99. Yeah.
Only $8.99?
$8.99 a month with free shipping.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're not getting back together though. Because I already have so many tees, but there's a Pittsburgh-centric tee a month club.
Really?
That sends you custom Pittsburgh tea, like things around Pittsburgh. It's like Steel City tea.
No shade, but I don't really like Pittsburgh that much.
It would be neat to have like old Kennywood, like Laser Loop and, kind of stuff like that only...
I guess.
Would be fun.
Yeah.
But then after like 4 months, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that's fine. It's over now.
I don't want any of that.
All right.
No, we just don't have anything. It's too early in January for our stuff to have come.
Yeah. Yep. We're just at that spot now where we wait.
I'm in the downswing from Christmas. I had like 5 boxes before. Maybe I should have held on to a couple instead.
I know.
No, I was just
spread them out. I need to talk about all of these. They need to be unboxed immediately so I can use this.
I want to use them.
All right. So, yeah, this episode is probably one of the most important episodes.
Yeah.
One of the most ones. There's so much. There's double crossing. There's revelations of true character, death threats, side switching and swapping.
So much character development.
So much. This is, I'm stoked. All right, so I guess we should get into Consequences.
Yep.
Season 3, Episode 15. A homicide detective closes in on Buffy and Faith as he investigates the deputy mayor's death.
Yeah, in one scene. I don't know why that's the summary for this episode.
I know.
Like,
that's really not...
No.
That's not the whole...
No, that's
not the best way to describe this.
Okay.
The original air date, February 16th, 1999. Written by Marty Noxman and directed by Michael Gershman.
Yeah, okay.
Whoever that is.
Yeah.
But Marty,
hello.
yes, she's always... Marty doesn't disappoint.
No. She just gets better and better as we go along.
Yes. So we've got our guest stars of K. Todd Freeman as Mr. Drick, Jack Plotnick as Deputy Mayor Alan Finch, Alexis Denisoff as Wesley Wyndham Price, Harry Gruner as Mayor Richard Wilkins, and Alaska Dushku
Our girl.
as Faith, obviously.
Our psychopathic,
Yeah.
sociopathic,
Homicidal maniac.
demented, crazy person.
Would totally go have drinks with her, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I'd go to the club with her. Oh yeah, that'd be insane.
Like, literally. Mm-hmm. So Buffy's having nightmares.
Bad nightmares. Like, this is you need therapy. Willow needs... Everybody in this episode needs some therapy.
Yeah.
Is there not a guidance counselor in Sunnydale?
We've seen him once.
Oh, that's right. Once.
One, and he got killed. So, if that really tells you anything about any of the other principals and magic shop owners, not many people are willing to come back and fill these
kids are on their own.
Unemployment rate. Like, there's got to be a lot of open jobs in Sunnydale.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's like in her dream, like Alan is she's swimming underwater and Alan is pulling her down and then she comes up and Faith pushes her back down.
Which I guess is fair play, because in a few seasons, in one season, I guess, Faith's going to have a real fucked up dream about Buffy.
Truth. True story. Yeah.
What is with Buffy's pajama collection?
I don't know.
In season 3, we've got sheep literally jumping over fences. In season 4, we get yummy sushi PJs.
She's desperately trying to hold on to some semblance of normalcy or just something sweet and innocent. And,
Yeah.
and Faith is like up in the middle, or not Faith, Joyce is up in the middle of the night watching the news.
In the middle of the night, watching a news broadcast taking place in the day. I don't know what's happening. I have no, but she's got the biggest, most comfy socks. She looks so comfortable in her little chair. She's got silk PJs on.
Yeah.
She looks adorable.
Yes, it's very cute. Mm-hmm. And she's all, I can't believe it. But, I mean, you guys have been in Sunnydale for a while now. You should be able to believe.
Just another Tuesday in Sunnydale.
Seriously. Like, the only reason why that made the news because he was the deputy mayor.
Mm-hmm. But, hey, they have a black newscaster in Sunnydale.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
It's like the only black person in Sunnydale, I think.
Yeah, at this moment, yeah.
Other than Mr. Trick.
Yes, the only black human.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the newscast, they found the body. Faith thought she disposed of him.
Not well.
No.
So I wonder what she did. Did she just
toss him in the water?
maybe like a rock tied around his arm?
That's not how that works.
No.
Faith.
I took the body, weighted it, and dumped it.
With what?
Like
literally, seriously, because
like pebbles? Because did you fill his pockets full of pebbles?
Because you fucked up. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do crime, know how to do crime.
Right. Do crime right. And she did not do crime right.
Be better.
So, of course, Wesley wants them to investigate this body.
Which doesn't make any sense to me.
Why?
Buffy's absolutely right. It's not their jurisdiction. It wasn't demon related.
Nope. And Giles should know her better by now to know she's being squirrely as fuck.
Right.
That something... and Faith is being the exact opposite.
Exactly. Now Faith is putting more attention on herself. She's like, no, it's cool, whatever. We'll go ahead and... Like, since when are you all gung-ho to do extra work?
Yeah.
So...
They should have known. Giles should have known. Wesley is not good. He's not good at his job.
No.
At all.
No, he's not.
This is why he eventually ends up
becomes a rogue demon hunter.
He gets fired. And we all understand why.
Yes.
So Cordelia comes in, and right away Wesley's like, gurgle drool.
The inappropriate obsession begins.
But in his defense, she does look
grown as hell.
Like she's either a teacher's aide or a substitute or the pretty freshman teacher who just got out of college. Yeah. She does look, old.
And I do appreciate the fact as soon as, he's like, oh, you're a teacher. And Giles like, student. And he's like, he reels it back. And again, just, this episode, kudos to Alexis and his physical comedy.
Mm-hmm. He's great. And I like that Faith is just like, jailbait.
Right. I'm just saying.
Because it's gross. He's like, isn't she cheeky?
Sir. Okay, so that's one of the things I think that the Netflix version cuts out. Did you watch it on Netflix today? Mm-hmm. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention because I don't remember him saying that today when I watched this.
It was great. I'm like, ew. No, that's inappropriate. But you can tell he does actually. It's kind of cute. I remember watching it live and thinking it was inappropriate as hell.
Right.
But adorable.
Yeah, and we're still like putting like, yes, all right. He should have been on the little more defensive. You're in a high school. But, like you said, she doesn't really look high school. And he didn't really do that much. And then I think later on, Giles is like, oh my God, she's 18.
Yeah. And that's what someone points out online is that by this time, she would have been 18.
Yeah.
Because of the way they established her birthday earlier. She's 18. It's fine.
Okay.
You're good. Because you're a child. You're a man-child yourself.
Right.
But again, it brings up the shocking lack of security at this school. I don't understand why she's not enrolled. I don't understand why the Watchers Council didn't insist that she just go to school there to keep her cover.
Right.
Because why is she popping in and out of school?
Right. So for a group that's so hell-bent on keeping secret, and Wesley's like, oh, why are you telling everybody you're a Slayer? Nobody, like, this doesn't raise flags. They don't do covers. They don't do, like,
why is he there? He's not assistant librarian.
No.
Why isn't Snyder like, and who are you?
Yeah, you've been here like every day for the past 3 weeks. What's up?
Why isn't he like English teacher or history teacher or something? He needs a cover at the school, and she should be enrolled in school. Yeah,
or at least just not hanging out there that often. They find a new meeting place because this.
Which is why it makes so much sense in season 4 when Giles buys the magic box.
Right.
Totally.
Finally.
Yeah. Get it. Your clubhouse is not the library.
No.
Kids come in and out of there.
all the time.
You made Jonathan a crazy person because he found all your books that you, for some reason, shelved with the rest of the books.
Yeah, it should not have been the case. Mm-mm. So, so Buffy and Faith have this little discussion about how
we should tell. Fuck you. Keep your mouth shut.
Basically, that's it. That was that's what went down. Mm-hmm. But then Faith also brings up a good point about that Buffy was okay when she was protecting Angel.
Mm-hmm. It's okay to keep your secrets when Angel's involved. Mm-hmm. Hey, you don't know anything about that. You keep your mouth shut. There were different circumstances. He's dead, by the way, so... But she has a point.
She does have a point. I mean, yeah, and it's not the same.
No.
But I get it. I get you, Faith. I understand.
I understand. Then poor Willow and Buffy have the awkwardest conversation ever.
Oh.
But at least we do find out a positive and a negative. Willow is off to meet Michael because they're still attempting to de-rat Amy.
Right.
Positive. At least we know they're still trying to help poor Amy.
Exactly.
Negative. Giles did the spell in season 2 to de-rat Buffy. Why aren't you just like, hey, Giles, we really can't, we can't figure this out.
Right, you did this
You did this. Can
we do it again?
Yeah. No, he's like, And we had mentioned previously, maybe the Watchers Council said, no, leave her ass a rat.
That's the only thing that I can,
She's causing too much problems.
Right.
She's too reckless.
We've got seers that see what her future holds.
Leave her be.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he's just being a dick and withholding withholding knowledge.
Information, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so...
Why is Angel creeping around? I
don't know. It's again.
And how long has he been standing there?
This wasn't a supernatural thing that happened. Mm-hmm. Why is he lurking around the crime scene?
I know he saw Buffy had blood on her hands, but why would he think it was that? It was the same. I guess he deduced that it was had something to do with it. He has too much time. Was he sitting in his little mansion like? I think I'll go investigate. Because that's what I'm going to do next year. I'm going to be a detective. I need to go out.
It's time for training.
Yeah.
And how did he find out about it? Does he have a radio or a television?
He must have a TV. Saw it on the news.
Or maybe reading the paper, I guess.
So the mayor's adorable. He's trying to make himself feel better about Alan being murdered.
By shredding.
Shredding all of Alan's files.
Right. Truth.
Because Alan has left a paper trail. Alan was about to set everybody up.
Yeah.
Take this whole house of cards down.
Right. Yeah. It was apparent that Alan was not comfortable with how things were going on in the mayor's office, and I'm assuming that he was looking for Buffy and them to go ahead and talk to her and spill the beans. But Trick is there, and he's just like, okay, so you're shredding papers, whatever, blah blah blah. I got some news. Hey, I stole the medical examiner's report. There were splinters, wood splinters in old Alan's wound here. And word on the street is there were some slayers hanging around that way that night. And Mayor's just like, well,
ooh, this is Slayer Up for Murder 1. That's a show I would watch. Law and Order Slayer. Yes, I'm in for that. So our Slayers go to the mayor's office at night, and they go to Alan's office, and Faith's guilt wavers. Mm-hmm. Like, it's there for a hot second, but then
she pulls it back in.
So if she's got a demon and an angel on her shoulders, that demon is winning out time and time again.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly what's happening. Because, she's like wrestling with herself mentally and emotionally about this whole thing. Because, she's standing there, she looks a little forlorn for a second there. She's like, oh my God, he came out of nowhere. Buffy's like, tries to empathize and be like, I know. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not looking to hug and cry and share and grow.
Forget it.
Fuck it. Why are we here?
Buffy's like, no.
So close.
I need you to understand. And they find out that all his papers are gone.
Right.
So he obviously was involved in some dirty dealings, as Faith puts it. And they're the ones that realize, when they try and sneak back out, that Mr. Trick is there and that the mayor is dirty.
Yep. And that's when I'll put it together, which doesn't make Buffy feel any better.
No.
About what happened. I mean, it's not just like, oh, well, in that case, he was bad. Obviously, it's like, okay, we're good.
Which is exactly what Faith thinks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, shit. Fuck it.
Fuck him. He was dirty. He was bad.
Moving on. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it moving.
So they get into an argument in the street, in public. How about you keep your inside voices in, ladies? You know, this is murder still.
I'm gonna need y'all to really, keep
Bring it down.
Keep this in the inside.
But I love that Buffy's like, just because we're Slayers, it doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. Mm-hmm. And Faith is honestly like, why not?
No.
Why doesn't it?
It's like, we are powerful. We're, we've got these superpowers and we've been chosen. Like, you're literally the chosen ones. That's kind of the definition of better than everyone.
Yep.
And this is where we really start to see the differences in their personalities and their Slayer mentality. Mm-hmm. And, Faith is all, fuck it. We are the law. I'm not playing these games anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're not going to make me feel bad about it. Buffy's like, no, it's wrong, and it's just morals, and it's good and evil, and blah. But, this is where we start to see the definitive difference in who they are. And, Buffy's no longer on that. I'm going to be like Faith Train.
Yep. And it's interesting because Buffy World, which is a great site you guys should check out. They break down every episode. That's a really cool site. But they made a point of saying in Selfless in season 7, Buffy points out that I am the law. So you see how far Buffy has come to where she's like, wow. No, Faith is like, we are the law. Right. No, we're not. But by the time we get to season 7 and we get to the battle with the First, Buffy says, I am the law. She has flipped.
Yeah.
But look at all she goes through between now and then.
Yeah, because at this point, she's still relatively new to Slay. Like, sure, she's been in it for like 3 years now, we'll give her.
Yeah.
But
she hasn't had loss. Not yet.
Not really, no.
Sure, she killed Angel, but he came back.
He came back. Like,
she has not experienced loss.
She died. She came back. So, I mean, she's experienced a lot of stuff, but yeah, she hasn't had to deal with that loss yet.
And that's my favorite. We're not better. We are better.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Better.
Better.
You are. You are genetically better.
Yes.
You are supernaturally, scientifically, and genetically better. Don't know how much clearer we have to spell it out for you, Buffy.
Right there. You are the chosen ones.
And Faith's just like, fuck it. If you don't, I'll see you.
Faith really can't get a grasp of what Buffy is not understanding. She's like, I can't fuck with you anymore. You are just really messing this up for me.
Yeah. So Buffy goes home, and this dude, this detective, who I'm sure Buffy is his white whale.
Yeah.
Because this is the same detective that investigated her when they thought she killed Ted.
Right.
It's the same investigator when they thought she killed Kendra.
Right.
So there's probably a picture of her at the station.
I'm surprised there hasn't been more people haven't been looking into her. Like, that would have been an interesting C storyline, just kind of thread throughout, at least for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Of them just trying to figure out what the fuck. Like,
because he's got a big bulletin board of all of the shit, trying to tie it together.
Exactly.
Tie it to her somehow. Or he knows what's up.
Yes.
Because who sent him there? Who is this witness that heard screaming? Alan didn't scream.
No.
There was no screaming.
The closest thing would be Buffy saying, Faith, no.
Yeah.
Or wait.
So who are these witnesses?
On the docks.
No. So I think the mayor set all of this up.
Yeah.
But, if you guys spent too much time, should we tell, should we not tell? How about you work on your story?
Right. Watching infomercials, old movie.
Really?
8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like, all right. Ooh.
So we know that Faith doesn't have anyone, so there's no one there with her while she's being interviewed.
Right.
Presumably, Joyce is in the room.
She's supposed to be, because I don't think Buffy's 18 at this point.
So
no, she did turn 18.
Yeah.
That was the birthday she just had.
So he tells Faith about them finding wood in the wound. Does he tell Buffy the same thing? Because if Joyce is in the room, when he left, was she like, did you do it?
Right, exactly.
Because every other time, Joyce has automatically blamed Buffy and thought Buffy was guilty.
Exactly.
She never has Buffy's back, ever.
But in this case, there's some substantial evidence, and now Joyce is in on the whole thing that, she's a vampire slayer. So,
all I needed was one shot of Joyce in the background, like...
That's all. Because we didn't have to go too far into it, but it would have been nice to...
And see her hold up a sign. Faith? Question mark. Because further down the line, when Faith comes back and is holding Joyce hostage, she would have understood, oh yeah, this bitch is crazy.
Right.
We've known for a while.
Which, yeah, but it doesn't really take Joyce that long to get on
She
board.
just sits there like,
She's like, you're a lunatic. Mm-hmm.
my daughter's going to kill you.
And she's okay with it.
She is. It's like,
She's like, my daughter's going to kill you. She's
Joyce, that thing in your brain has turned. It's making you mean.
not even just like she's going to get you. You're not going to get away with this. My daughter's going to straight up kill you. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. So, Buffy has, I don't know, she's
gone to her best friend.
Yeah.
Because she's upset and doesn't know what to do. And of course, Willow is just like, rawr!
She's got some words. Apparently, Willow has been keeping some things. And, their relationship's been strained at this point in time. Willow's kind of been jealous of the relationship that Buffy's had with Faith, obviously, because, Faith is a Slayer and Willow's not.
Yeah.
But, and plus Buffy was doing a lot of emulating and jumping on the Faith bandwagon.
Dark clothes.
Right.
Dark lipstick.
She was doing way too much.
She was.
But, so now, Buffy comes to her and she's like, I would like to talk to you. And, but she's got something on her mind, but Willow really wants to let loose on hers.
I've been letting things fester, and I don't like it. I want to be fester-free. Yeah, me too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I completely understand why you and Faith have been doing the bonding thing. You guys work together. You should get along. It's more complicated than that. But see, it's that exact thing that's ticking me off. It's this whole Slayers only attitude. Hey, since when wouldn't I understand? You talk to me about everything. It's like all of a sudden I'm not cool enough for you because I can't kill things with my bare hands. Oh, Buffy, don't cry. I'm sorry. Oh, I was too hard on you. Sometimes I unleash. I don't know my own strength. It's bad. I'm bad. I'm a bad person.
She's so cute.
That's a best friend. That is a best friend right there.
Right.
Mimi's like, you're a piece of shit. Well, no, I'm a piece of shit.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I was just trying to let my feelings out. But Buffy goes ahead and spills the beans, tells her what's up, and Willow agrees that she should tell Giles.
Right away.
Yes.
Which she should have done from the very beginning.
Yeah.
From the very beginning. But now, it's too late.
Yep. So she's like, okay, I'll go tell Giles. And she goes off to tell him, and looks like Faith had the same thing in mind, but Faith was there first, and she's like, hey, it's okay, Buffy, I told him.
Wait, you did?
I'm sorry, you did a what? Huh? What I who? I beg your pardon.
I'd have beat her ass right there.
Right, it's like, oh no, Giles.
Yeah. Step aside. No.
Crossed right over him and fucked her up.
I'd have sat on her and held her arm and been like, tell him the truth. You tell him. But no, she's like, what the fuck? I didn't. Giles. He's like, get in my office.
Right.
And that's when I was like, When I first watched, I was like, yeah, he's not buying this shit.
Right. He knows better.
Yeah.
He knows, like, yeah, Faith, all right, sure.
He knows how to handle Faith.
Right.
As opposed to Wesley, who makes all the wrong decisions.
Every fucking decision was just wrong.
Just wrong.
From Jump Street.
So Giles and Buffy start deciding, what are we going to do? What should we do? She's falling apart. And he tells her she's not going to be able to deal with this until she accepts what she did.
Right.
And she's in denial. She doesn't want to deal with what she did. So
right.
They come up with a plan, but they don't really tell, we don't know what the plan is yet. The next time we see them, the whole group is discussing what to do.
Right, still talking about a plan. Mm-hmm. And which is also, another very uncomfortable moment. I feel extremely bad for everyone, I guess, because it's the way it comes out, because they're all talking and, who should talk? We should talk to her. And then Xander's like, hey, I've got a connection with her.
No, you don't.
Oh, boo.
No.
Oh, poopers. That's not.
And of course, poor Willow right away knows what he's talking about.
He's like,
he's all shifty.
He's really weird and awkward about. We spent some time together, and we gave her a ride home, helped her out with the demon, and and then
she was responsive.
We didn't really talk. We just kind of. And Buffy's like, and yeah, poor Willow. And you just hear her heart just shatter.
And of course, Giles is the last person.
But it's it's just I gotta stop hanging out with these kids. It's seriously, I can't keep overhearing this shit about their personal lives.
And he really is always cleaning his glasses, and we find out later why he cleans his glasses all the time. But Willow's like, I don't need to say, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
They slept together.
So, yeah.
Where's Oz during all of this? We know that Seth Green is off filming Austin Powers at this time, but
it's weird that
the band's touring, that's the excuse every time he's gone, oh, we had a gig out of city. You're not that popular.
You're in high school still.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be, whatever.
Your parents didn't even tell you that your cousin was a werewolf, so they probably don't care that you're not in school. For your second senior year, I might add.
Right, yeah. Yes, you need to take this a little more seriously, Oz. We need to get you out of school.
Because Devin's not. Did Devin graduate? He can barely function.
Does he? I feel
he
like
was
I've
in
seen
class.
him in a cap and gown.
There's no way that boy graduated. There's no way. So, of course, Wesley, being the little bitch he is, overhears...
Oh, but wait.
Everything.
Oh, yeah, wait. He overheard...
Giles and Buffy
talking. So now he knows that Faith did what she did. But back to with the gang when they all learned that Xander slept with Faith. Buffy burst his bubble.
Oh, it's so upsetting.
He's not really bragging about his time with her, but he feels like he's got one up on everybody that he feels like it meant something.
Why? Have you spoken to her since then?
Did you ever speak to her really before then?
No.
There's no reason that he should have thought that there was something. But Buffy's like, yeah, the dudes that she sleeps with, she takes them as a joke. That's it.
No offense. Oh, why would that be? He gets so mad.
He's so offended.
Her choice of words was poor.
Yeah.
She could have been a little softer.
Yeah. It just could. All she had to say was like, you know what? Sex doesn't mean that much to Faith.
And that's it. Left it at that.
Right.
Not
now you're a big joke to her. So yes,
he's barely hanging on as it is.
Poor Xander.
Xander's like, and you just see it in her face, like. But why you care so much? You've worked through all this.
Yeah, but it's still just that
Here's
little
another piece that Faith is taking from her.
Right, yeah.
She's just taking Buffy.
And not even just that. Just like, well, no, actually, that's not, it wouldn't be the case. Like, Xander would prefer her to her. Yeah, it's just one more thing that Faith has taken from her. And, there's still that little of, it could have been, maybe. Oh.
And I love when everyone realizes that she already knew. They're like, I'm uncomfortable. I'd like to go now.
Can we change the subject?
Snyder? Yeah. I'll be right there.
Coming. But yes, also, this point when you said that, has he spoken to Faith since they fucked? Now everybody is concerned about helping Faith. Now everybody is all about, we got to show her that we care and that we're her friends.
Too late.
Y'all motherfuckers had all this time to get to know her and love and share and grow.
Which makes me wonder, is this how you would have treated Kendra had she been here? Like, would you have just left her on her own?
Oh, yeah.
Not brought her in, not cared anything about her?
Absolutely.
If it weren't for Joyce, she would have spent Christmas alone.
Yep.
Because Buffy had no,
there's still
purpose.
They're still letting poor Xander
sleep outside.
Yes. It's like, that's not okay.
This is your best friend, Willow. You don't even celebrate Christmas.
Right. It could just be another Thursday.
He couldn't come over for Hanukkah?
Yeah. Just come hang out.
But no. We treat each other badly in this family, apparently, of Buffy.
You got to fight for your spot and make us care about you. Like, you got to do some terrible shit before we start to care about you.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder. It's like, literally. And we've been saying this all season already. That it's no wonder that Faith went the route that she did.
Like, shit, guys, she finally killed somebody. I think it's time to step in.
Right.
Too late.
Nope.
Too late.
Like, sure, you can't really tell that. You should have known that she was kind of a loose cannon to begin with, because she's just like a wildling.
Yeah.
She's just a wild thing.
And buckle up, because it's about to get worse. But we see Willow bawling her eyes out in the bathroom. And that's where my song of the week, Kathleen Wilhoit, Wish We Never Met.
Aww.
It's the saddest song. It's so depressing.
And then we also had an intercut with like Xander, like feeling
I'm a joke,
feeling all bad for himself.
And then he makes the worst decision he could. Which
at what point did this sound like a good idea to you, Xander? When
so
you
it makes me wonder: was he bait? Was this the plan all along? Did they send him in there as bait?
I really hope not.
Because Angel comes in. Was he lurking and just following him?
Also, which it doesn't make any damn sense because Angel came into the hotel room uninvited.
The only thing, she doesn't own it.
Okay, that's true.
So maybe.
But later on in Angel.
Yep, they have to wait for her to die before he can come in.
In a hotel room.
Yeah. So it makes no continuity sense whatsoever.
So anyway.
And you hear the door open, too. It's not like the door was open and he would have still had to just stand there.
So anyway.
But Xander
goes in and tries to talk some sense into her, quote unquote. And Faith's already agitated the moment he walks in.
And again, word choice, people. Yeah, I heard that version. Version? She's a crazy person and you're just like throwing the line out there to make it worse.
Kid gloves.
Just throw some chum in the water there, Xander.
You can't come at her like that. You are not physically...
Do you not see what she did to this pole back here? Do you not see the duct tape and pillows on this? She will fuck you up.
Situational awareness, Xander.
Yes.
That's what we need to work on.
She does look very pretty, though.
She does. Like, I don't know why she's just all dolled up like that.
Well, it makes me laugh because in a few episodes, the mayor will make a comment to her about how he'd like to see her hair up. And she has her hair up here, and she is very pretty.
Yeah.
Because he wants to see her face.
Right. So, they exchange some words, and then finally she's had enough, and she Xander basically almost gets raped and murdered.
Because he's like, I'll be there for you. You can testify. And she's like, oh, wouldn't that be great? You just want all your little friends to hear how I made you my boy toy. And yeah, then she pretty much assaults him.
Yes, and she starts to choke the shit out of him. She gets up on top of it, like she's got him pinned down, and chokes the dog shit out of him.
And I think for a little while, Raven and I were talking about this, he was probably into it for a minute or two.
I was wondering, I was thinking about that too. I was like, this poor Xander is so conflicted at this very moment.
Yep.
Because she is all he knows of sex, for one. And two, like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I don't know what's happening right now. It's like, oh, this feels good, but it doesn't. It's
surprise boner. There it is. I'm gonna die, but I've got a boner. I don't know what to do.
But thank God, Angel. He rolls in.
Because you can see it in his face. He's like, this is not cool. Wait, this might be cool. I could be into this.
Is this okay? I mean, man, I might like this. I don't know.
I think I'm dying. I'm not into it. Safe word. I'm not into it.
Reel it back.
And then yes, thank God for Angel. But he hits her with a bat.
Yeah.
So we have seen before that Slayers heal really fast. But that fast, he cracked her in the side of the head with a bat. And later on in the truck, she just has a scratch and a bruise.
Yeah.
No, she should have a big old bump.
It should be like real, like half her face should be swollen.
Yes.
Because it's coming from vampire strength. Yeah. Like that's... So he takes her back to his place. And
chains her up.
Chains her up.
On the worst chain in the world. Again, same one that Buffy chained him up to that looks like it could just easily pull off the wall.
Yeah, it looks like it's hanging on a planter, like on a plant hanger. Like that's not stable.
No. But they have a nice little heart to heart. I guess. And she's just like, what?
And okay, so apparently I guess the thing is that usually Giles, when Buffy goes to tell Giles exactly what happened, Giles is like, this isn't the first time that there's been a human casualty about some shit like this. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It's a war. Like, shit happens. And Buffy's like, oh my God, really? And he's like, well, what usually happens is the Slayer is fucking honest with their watcher. And then secondly, like, the Watchers Council gets involved and there's like an investigation and trials and blah, blah, blah. But they feel like, Faith can't handle that. Or they can't handle Faith at this point in time. It's just too much to take her off to London and be done with it. So, so Angel and Buffy, this was their plan to rehabilitate her.
Yeah. Sure. And he was starting to get to her, it seemed
a little bit. It looked like. I still can't tell if she was just kind of playing into it or if she was actually...
I think he gets to her because down the line, he's the one that reaches her when she goes really off the rails on Angel.
I'm bad.
Yeah. He's the... Kill me! He's the one that gets to her. And then she takes her penance and she goes to jail.
Right.
And the only reason she leaves is to save him.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think they are connected some way. I have not read the continuation, the Angel and Faith comic, so I don't know how far they go. I hope they don't go that far.
Yeah.
As far as they take Xander and Dawn.
Inappropriate.
But Buffy brings some of Faith's stuff to Angel.
Trying to make her feel at home.
Yeah. And very, very soon after, Wesley again makes the worst decision ever.
He rolls in with some dudes
who throw a net over Angel, and he's like, I'm caught. I can't get up. Why?
Why?
Stand up. There are not weights on them. What is wrong with you? You're a vampire.
It's even worse if he's still floundering around when Buffy comes back there and like, help.
She has to get him out. It's ridiculous. You're the worst vampire ever. I'm ashamed of you. So the poor mayor and Mr. Trick realize that they've been caught because they see Buffy and Angel on the camera and they're pissed. Great. This is just great.
Cover blown.
And there we are. And why does Mr. Trick show up on camera? I think they discuss it in Angel further down because Angel shows up on camera.
Yeah, he has pictures of himself.
Yeah.
Or Cordy has pictures of him.
And they have pictures of Darla. But I don't understand that. If they don't reflect in a mirror,
I know, that's
which a camera has a mirror in it.
There shouldn't be.
No. There should be no. They shouldn't show up at all.
Which I wonder. Why doesn't Buffy have any photos of Angel? You would think she would
no
have at
selfies,
least
like couple like photo booths at the carnival on their
date. They should have at least one. They've had at least one like for real so-called date.
But she doesn't. I wonder if she has any of Spike. I would have taken tons of pictures of Spike at night.
All the time.
Can't help it. Sorry. What? No, I'm not doing anything.
Nothing. All of these rolls of film, that's nothing.
It's nothing. Labeled Spike sleeps. No, it's just I'm working on a book. Don't.
Here, hold this oil.
So they kidnap Faith, and they're going to take her.
Which also, pretty shitty plan. It was just poorly executed. One, she should have been sedated.
Yes.
These are
heavily
three regular dudes.
Yeah.
Who they look like they weren't really trained for shit.
And they're not the same three that they send for her later,
I don't
right?
think so.
The kill squad they send for her.
They're supposed to be the special ones, but these
they
guys
suck too.
Right. And they didn't know, they don't have her legs chained.
No.
And again,
look at that. That's it. That's it from the bat. That's all you get.
Nah.
So they don't chain her legs up. They don't sedate her. They just throw her in the back of a truck.
Which they learned the hard way. How that's just, I would hope they learn from that in future endeavors.
And they don't.
No.
I would have put her in a muzzle.
Yeah, a little bit Hannibal Lecter.
Yep. She would have been tied to a bed, and I would not have been sitting in the back of the truck with her.
No, because we ain't got shit to say to each other.
No.
No. I got one job, and that's to get your ass out across the pond.
So what you think happens. She busts out of her restraints. She holds the one guy down. And she steps on his neck. And she fucks up Wesley.
Yeah.
And jumps out of the back of a moving truck. Which the driver must have been listening to heavy metal or something because he heard none of this happen.
Right. Just keeps going.
How far did they go before Wesley was like, seriously, she's gone. Pull it over. I love how Wesley comes in with the huge cross, scared out of his mind.
He's so funny with that cross.
It's so funny to see where they go, how close him and Angel become, how they fall apart, how they get back together. Like, they become very, very close. But at this point, Angel's still calling him the new Watcher. He doesn't even call him by his name.
And Wesley, he's just another vampire to Wesley. This is so dumb. Did they even tase him? It wasn't.
They threw that over him and knocked him down.
Just stand up.
Did they put a cross under there? Did he put the cross in there with him?
It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. He shouldn't be that. He shouldn't be taken down by a net.
Yeah. So then Wesley has to go and tell everyone else that he fucked up.
Guys, hey, so I did this thing.
I tried to help and it all went real wrong. real wrong. And now she's just out there. And I don't know what to do. Probably gonna lose my job.
So, could we help me, please?
Xander can barely swallow.
Oh, God. He's got this biggest fucking just bruise around his
How
neck.
you gonna explain that to your parents? They don't care about you, so I guess you don't have to.
Go home, Xander. Like, you should...
You really should join, like, the army, or you should leave Sunnydale.
He's really just kind of jacked up at this point in time. Everyone's just all defeated. Like Xander specifically, he needs a lozenge and an ice pack. Mm-hmm. And
Wesley's eyes all messed up. Angel's pissed.
Because the new Watcher came in and blah, blah, blah.
And she's just like, I'll go see if I can find her. And
She's probably by the docks.
Which she is.
She's there.
Because she said earlier, they got a freighter leaving every couple hours.
Right.
To where?
That's what I have so many questions about this dock situation.
Yes. And they do this in movies a lot.
A lot.
I'm just going to jump on a freighter and eat some rats on the way.
I have yet to like come in contact with anybody in real life that has ever even been to a dock.
Yes.
First of all.
Or hopped on a giant boat just sitting there.
Just whatever. And that's also got to be like the longest route to take anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get away from it.
So slow.
And you're going to hop on a freighter train?
And there's nowhere to go. Oh. You're stuck.
Right. You can't buy a ticket, a $30 ticket on the bus to wherever.
And they're not, how are you going to eat? They don't know you're there.
No. Nobody's cooking shit for you in the kitchen.
Like Angel, I get. He could hide out below, eat off rats and crap, and maybe a crew member every now and again. But he doesn't do that. What's she going to do?
It just doesn't make sense. That's just like the worst escape plan to me.
So, of course, Buffy's like, you got to come back. We can deal with this together. Faith is just like,
I'm so sick of your shit. Stop talking to me about this bullshit.
But she pushes Buffy too far.
Yeah. So there's a so
a mistake that people have made time and time again.
They keep doing that, but I'm still a little upset with like Buffy fucking throwing blows immediately. All right, so this is the point. This is their confrontation at the docks.
You don't give up, do you?
Not of my friends, no.
Yeah,
We're not friends.
We're not friends.
Solid buds, right?
We've never been friends.
No.
Could be. It's not too late.
For me to change and be more like you mean? Little Miss Goody Two-Shoes? It ain't gonna happen, B.
Faith, nobody is asking you to be like me. But you can't go on like this.
Scares you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it scares me. Faith, you're hurting people. You're hurting yourself.
That's not it. That's not what bothers you so much. What bugs you is you know I'm right. You know in your gut. We don't need the law. We are the law.
No.
Yes. You know exactly what I'm about because you have it in you, too.
No, Faith, you're sick.
I've seen it, B. You've got the lust. And I'm not just talking about screwing vampires.
Don't you dare bring him into this.
It was good, wasn't it? The sex, the danger. At a party, we even dug him when he went psycho.
I did.
See, you need me to toe the line because you're afraid you'll go over it, aren't you, B? You can't handle watching me live in my own way, having a blast because it tempts you. You know it could be you. There's my girl.
So
And that's why I love Faith.
yeah, she saw that as a challenge. She wasn't faced. She was like, yes, bring it.
Yeah.
Because I want to beat that ass. So
Then they get interrupted.
yeah, but she made very valid points.
She does.
About she's scared like that you could be it. This could be you.
And that's why Buffy's so pissed, because she knows she's right.
Exactly. You give somebody that much power to just be able to go out and just kill and go up against actual fucking demons.
Yep.
And save the world time and time again.
And so, no, Kendall, leave me alone. So, Faith handily destroys the two vampires
Yes.
that she's taking on. And there's a moment where she's watching Mr. Trick beat the shit out of Buffy. I don't know what Buffy didn't take her Slayer pills today, because she's getting her ass beat.
When somebody he choked her up.
Yeah.
He's
like flinging Sophia, the stunt double that you can clearly see, back and forth and back and forth. And there's a moment after Faith dispatches her vampires where she looks over and she, for a split second, thought about leaving.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
She looked around like, I could just go.
But there was something. For whatever reason, she decided to go help.
And can we have a moment of silence for our dear departed Mr. Trick?
And with just she stakes him. He's just like, oh no, this isn't good at all.
Goes out the way he came in.
Exactly.
Class and humor. Love it.
Fucking brilliant.
But it makes me sad that there will be no more K. Todd Freeman, because he
was glorious.
Yeah, he really was.
It was great. And Buffy feels like this is it. Okay, so she's ready to be saved. On the contrary. So
the best thing ever happens. she goes to the mayor, and she knows that he sent Mr. Trick after them.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, you sent your boy to kill me. He's dust. And the mayor's just like, yeah, kind of figured that.
Figured.
So instead of, you might think, oh my God, is she going to kill the mayor?
Right.
Nope. Instead, she's like, guess that leaves you with a job opening.
She goes and applies for a job with the mayor.
And he's like, sunshine and roses, come on in.
Well, hello. Yes. I have so been wanting my own Slayer. Yes.
Absolutely. Come on in. And here becomes one of the best relationships ever on this show.
Yes.
He takes care of her.
And it's such a good counterbalance to Buffy and Giles. And then on the flip side, you got Faith and the mayor. And it's just...
The mayor's the evil watcher.
Right. It's crazy how... And it's just, it just gets so well written and... So yes.
Top 20 for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So no Cordy burn.
No, because she didn't have any point this time. Like, there was no point to her being in this
The closest thing I would say was when Buffy introduces her to Wesley. It's like, Cordy, she's a friend. She's like, let's not over exaggerate.
Yes.
Let's not get crazy. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. There were only 3 vamps dusted this time around, 2 randos by Faith, and then our boy, Mr. Trick.
So Faith went on a mini killing spree again.
Yes. At least this time they're all demons.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, interesting, because this comes from Faith. This is a quote from Faith. It doesn't matter what vibe you're getting off a person. 9 times out of 10, the face they're showing you is not the real one. That says a lot about life just in general, but yeah, this whole episode is just kind of a reflection of all of that, with from Faith to the mayor and how he lives his life to fucking Xander thinking that he knew Faith and there was a connection. It's just
like, why? Why?
There's no connection other than your penis connecting to her vagina.
Yeah.
That's it.
There was no. I know you want there to be. And I know this kicks off a string of bad decisions for you, and you have terrible taste in women, and not that we don't love on you, because we do. Bad relationship.
But this also kind of I don't know, did this solidify? Was there something in that kink? You want kink or vanilla? Was there something in that kink that makes him go toward that demon side?
Yeah, probably, because he dug it. He really did.
She has ingrained something into him. So, yeah.
We asked you guys for your input, but sadly no one has reached out to us.
Womp. Too bad, guys.
So you don't get your moment in the sun.
I know. We enjoyed talking about Bad Girls, I think, was it? That everybody chimed in on.
Yeah.
And somebody did win the Steam thing.
Yep. Brazzle Dazzle.
Brazzle Dazzle. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for playing.
He was our first winner. He won the Caveman Craig game. I hope you like it.
Congratulations.
You should tell us how it is.
Yeah.
Give us a little review of the game.
We want to know. We do so enjoy communicating with Brazzle Dazzle.
Yes, I like his tweets. His tweets are great.
Absolutely. So... but it's still not too late. If you guys want to come to us with what your thoughts are on Consequences, you can leave us a voicemail message at 412-385-7250, or you can record it as an MP3 file, less than 2 minutes, and you can email it to revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com. You can also send us a message on Facebook at Revisiting Sunnydale, or you can tweet at us at Back to Sunnydale. So,
we're closing in on 500 followers.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
Pretty great. Next week.
Yes. Another humdinger.
I know. Fucking Doppelgangland.
Guys are in for a treat. We got a Joss Whedon written, Joss Whedon directed, and we find out that I found out recently that he wrote this episode because he loved Vamp Willow so much in The Wish that he specifically wrote this for her.
That's awesome, because Allison Hannigan really does a great job.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yep. All right, guys. So, until next time, you can follow me at me, Camila, at _Regan Angel.
Or me, Marcella, at mspear7338.
All right, so we're going to go out with Terrible Things by April Smith and the Great Picture Show.
Under my feet, you will find things that you don't want to see, things that I hide way down inside, a menagerie of the tragedy that I've caused and all of my flaws and my demons. Oh, if you'd seen what if you only knew. All of the things that I've done, terrible things, you'd never believe the things that I've done.
Grr, arg.